In the grand tapestry of human endeavor, the concept of leadership often emerges as a solitary and daunting summit. It is an intricate dance between ambition and responsibility, a journey that does not begin with a title or an office, but with every thought, action, and word spoken throughout a lifetime. Every experience, no matter how small, has been a silent preparation for the moment a person is called to guide others. Imagine a landscape where leadership takes countless forms. It is found in the quiet dedication of a volunteer coordinator working late into the night, in the patient guidance of a youth sports mentor on a dusty field, and in the complex orchestration of a large, bustling household. It exists within the high-stakes environment of a burgeoning startup and within the glass-walled boardrooms of the world's most influential organizations. Leadership, in its essence, is a universal language, an art that seeks to inspire, organize, and motivate human potential across all borders and cultures. Whether one is steering a family through the storms of life or navigating a multinational conglomerate through economic shifts, the underlying principles remain remarkably similar. It is a path of constant evolution, a realization that one is always in a state of becoming. The weight of this journey is felt globally, as the world stands in a state of perpetual anticipation for those who can lead with excellence. In the American continent, as in Europe or Latin America, the narrative is often the same: a search for direction, for focus, and for stability. The air is thick with the challenges of complexity and competition, leaving many in positions of authority struggling to achieve the results they once envisioned. Governments often grapple with the very focus required to lead their communities, sometimes finding it difficult to even complete their intended mandates. In the corporate world, the intensity of the market can leave management teams feeling adrift, searching for a consistency that seems forever out of reach. Even in the realms of sport and public service, the struggle is visible. Teams cycle through mentors in a desperate bid for success, while essential sectors like education and healthcare operate at the edge of their capacity, hindered by a lack of resources and clear vision. These are not just systemic issues, they are reflections of the human element in leadership, a reminder that the strength of a community or an organization is often tied to the strength and clarity of those at the helm. Yet, even amidst these broad global struggles, the most profound impact of leadership is often felt in the most intimate spaces. Weakness in guidance can lead to scandals that shake the foundations of trust within a neighborhood church or turn a family home into a metaphorical battlefield. When one thinks of success in this arena, names of grand, visible figures might come to mind, icons who have built empires and commanded the attention of millions. But the true essence of leadership is often found closer to home. It is found in the manager who supports their team through a crisis, the educator who sees potential where others see failure, the local leader who works tirelessly for the betterment of their street, or the partner who offers unwavering support in a shared vision. The aspiration to become an admired leader, one whose example others wish to follow, is a noble and transformative goal. It requires a willingness to look inward, to examine the tools at one's disposal, and to recognize that many talents often go underutilized, while old weaknesses are allowed to hinder progress. The path forward is one of deep reflection, a chance to ponder how one wishes to grow, how to foster the next generation of guides, and what kind of legacy will be left in the hearts and minds of those who were led. It is here, in this quiet contemplation, that the most significant discovery is made, the realization that the greatest leaders are those who recognize they cannot walk the path entirely alone.
The landscape of leadership is often portrayed as a lone figure standing against the wind, making difficult choices in the silence of their own conscience. However, the reality for many who occupy these roles is a complex web of unfulfilled potential and hidden obstacles. Throughout the world, from the bustling financial hubs of England to the emerging markets in Latin America, many leaders possess a vast arsenal of tools and skills that they never fully exercise. They carry within them the capacity for greatness, yet they find themselves held back by subutilized advantages and persistent weaknesses that act as anchors on their progression. This gap between who a leader is and who they could become is where the true struggle lies. It is a conflict of the self, a quiet tension between the person who manages day-to-day tasks and the visionary who wishes to inspire change. In every sector, be it a tech startup or an international non-governmental organization, the challenges remain consistent. There are aspirations that go unspoken,
dreams of excellence that are muffled by the noise of immediate problems, and the daunting realization that the weight of leadership can sometimes be too much for one person to carry with clarity. Consider the leader who finds themselves in a position of power but feels disconnected from their own strengths. They may be facing a board of directors with high expectations, or perhaps they are leading a team of veterans who are older and more cynical than themselves. The tension in these situations is palpable. There is the fear of being seen as inadequate, the struggle to balance a demanding career with a personal life that feels increasingly distant, and the difficulty of maintaining integrity in an environment that often rewards shortcuts. The need for a different kind of support becomes evident, not just a manual or a set of instructions, but a process that allows for genuine self-discovery. In the home region and beyond, the most successful leaders have begun to recognize that seeking outside perspective is not a sign of weakness, but a strategic move toward mastery. They look for someone who can help them navigate the labyrinth of their own mindset, someone who can act as a catalyst for professional and personal growth. This is where the concept of a dedicated guide enters the narrative. This figure is not a traditional instructor who stands on the sideline shouting orders, but rather an experienced observer who facilitates a transformative journey. This partnership is designed to expand the boundaries of what a leader believes is possible, pushing them toward a higher level of awareness and potential. It is a professionally guided process that encourages a person to look deeply at their own behaviors and the way they perceive the world. The challenges are real and varied. Dealing with an overly critical superior, finding success in a new and overwhelming role, or trying to breathe life into a team that has lost its spark. Each of these situations represents a knot that the leader is trying to untie, often while they are too close to the problem to see the threads clearly. The struggle is often internal, a battle with the mindset and the habits that have formed over years of navigating the professional landscape. As this realization dawns, the focus shifts from the external world of tasks and results to the internal world of the leader's own mind. The fundamental question becomes, how can one achieve their vision while remaining true to their values? How can one lead with dignity and rectitude in a world that is constantly changing? The transition from a state of reactive management to proactive leadership requires a space for confidential reflection. It requires a setting where the leader can ask the difficult questions, those they cannot ask their peers, their subordinates, or their families. They seek a way to transform their vision into a tangible reality, to find a balance that allows them to be both a successful professional and a present, grounded human being. This search for clarity naturally leads toward an encounter with someone who can hold up a mirror to their soul, listening with such depth and intent that the leader begins to see their own path with a precision they had never before experienced. This marks the beginning of a profound development, a shift in the story from individual effort to a collaborative exploration of excellence.
The introduction of a specialized guide into a leader's life marks a shift toward a deeper, more intentional form of growth. This relationship is often described through a powerful metaphor. It is like standing before a mirror that does not just reflect an image, but listens with profound attention and asks the kind of questions that reach beneath the surface. In the various professional circles of the American continent and Europe, this practice has moved from a niche luxury to a vital component of success. It is a transformative process, one aimed at sharpening consciousness and uncovering the latent possibilities that exist within every individual. This is not about being told what to do. It is about being guided through a landscape of self-discovery. The objective is to maximize potential, both in the professional realm and in the quiet spaces of one's personal life. The guide acts as a confidant, a safe harbor where the storms of management and the pressures of leadership can be analyzed without judgment. This space allows for the exploration of themes that are often too sensitive or complex for the workplace. Within these confidential conversations, the leader begins to tackle the real-world dilemmas that keep them awake at night. They might explore the nuances of leading an older, demotivated team, individuals who have seen leaders come and go and have lost their passion for the mission. The guide helps the leader see this not just as a management problem, but as a human puzzle. Together, they look at how to reignite that missing spark, how to lead with an assertiveness that is balanced by empathy, and how to bridge the gap between different generations within a single organization. There is also the matter of internal character. Many find themselves in roles that demand a more extroverted presence than they naturally possess, or they struggle to maintain their integrity while under pressure from a critical boss. The guide doesn't provide a scripted answer or a simple black and white solution. Instead, they facilitate a process where the leader arrives at their own conclusions. This is the heart of true development, the realization that the most effective plans of action are those that are born from a person's own insights and values.
This journey of exploration also touches upon the elusive concept of balance. In the modern world, the lines between work and home are often blurred, and leaders frequently find themselves sacrificed on the altar of their own ambition. The guide helps them navigate this terrain, seeking a way to lead with rectitude and dignity without losing themselves in the process. They explore how to turn a distant, abstract vision into a concrete reality that others can follow and believe in. This requires a new perspective, a way of looking at familiar circumstances with a fresh and clearer eye. The emotional subtext of these sessions is rich and varied. There is the tension of admitting vulnerability, the excitement of a new realization, and the quiet satisfaction of finding a path through a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. The guide listens deeply, demonstrating an empathy that is often missing from the high-pressure environment of the office. As the narrative progresses, the leader begins to see the value in this dedicated time for reflection. It is an investment in the self that pays dividends in every interaction they have. They learn to communicate with more clarity, to motivate with more sincerity, and to face challenges with a renewed sense of purpose. The focus remains on the leader's own mindset, the way they process information, the way they react to stress, and the way they envision the future. By peeling back the layers of habit and routine, they reveal the core of their leadership style. This is a period of intense intellectual and emotional work, a deep dive into the motivations that drive them and the fears that hold them back. The insight gained here is not just theoretical, it is practical, breathing life into their daily actions and transforming the way they move through the world. The stage is being set for a major revelation, a moment where the accumulation of these reflections leads to a fundamental shift in how they perceive their role and their capacity to influence the world around them.
The path to mastery in leadership eventually reaches a critical turning point, a moment where the abstract desire for improvement meets the concrete reality of action. This climax is often found in the deliberate search for the right partner, a person who will not only listen, but also challenge and inspire. In the administrative halls of large organizations, or within the quiet offices of a startup in the home region, the decision to engage with a professional guide is a profound step. It is an acknowledgement that to reach the next level of excellence, one must be willing to engage in what is often called a chemistry meeting. This encounter is more than a simple interview. It is a search for a resonance that transcends professional qualifications. The leader must find someone with whom they feel a deep sense of comfort, a person who demonstrates a genuine understanding of the unique challenges and pressures they face. It is a moment of vulnerability, as the leader evaluates whether they can trust this stranger with their deepest professional fears and their highest personal ambitions. This search for a guide is a pivotal event in the story of any leader. It represents the transition from a solitary struggle to a collaborative journey of transformation. When two people sit across from each other in these initial meetings, there is a silent assessment taking place. The leader is looking for more than expertise. They are looking for a mirror that reflects their potential, not just their current state. They are seeking someone who can navigate the complexities of their world, whether that world is the high-stakes environment of a global bank or the mission-driven landscape of a nonprofit in Latin America. The realization that the right guide can help them unlock a new trajectory for their career and life is a powerful turning point. It is the moment they decide to step out of the familiar cycle of trial and error and into a structured process of growth. This decision often comes with a sense of relief, a feeling that the burden of finding all the answers alone has finally been lifted. Once the partnership is established, the narrative moves into a space of intense and focused exploration. The leader is encouraged to step away from the daily grind, to leave the office behind and find a quiet, relaxing place where deep work can happen. These sessions, often spaced out over several months, become a sacred time for reflection. The intensity of the experience is found in the depth of the conversation. The guide listens in a way that few others do, paying attention to the nuances of language, the tone of the voice, and the emotions that lie beneath the words. They ask questions that the leader has perhaps been avoiding, pushing them to share their dreams, their fears, their goals, and their concerns. This is the emotional peak of the transformation, the point where the leader confronts the reality of their situation and begins to forge a new path forward. It is a confrontation with the self, mediated by the presence of a supportive and insightful guide. In this environment of trust and clarity, revelations occur that redefine the leader's trajectory. They might realize that their struggle with a critical boss is actually an opportunity to develop a new kind of resilience.
They might see that their difficulty in inspiring their team is a call to lead with more authenticity and vulnerability. These are not just intellectual insights, they are emotional shifts that change the way the leader feels about their work and themselves. The climax of this process is the discovery of the perfect way to respond to the challenges that once seemed insurmountable. It is the moment when the fog lifts and the path forward becomes clear. The leader is no longer just managing, they are leading with a sense of purpose and a clear plan of action. This transition into understanding and clarity marks the beginning of a new chapter, one defined by a transformed mindset and a renewed commitment to excellence in every aspect of their life.
Following the intense revelations of the guided sessions, a leader enters a period of quiet aftermath and integration. This is the stage where the internal shifts begin to manifest in the external world. The transformation is not always loud or dramatic. Often, it is found in the subtle changes in how a leader walks into a room, how they listen to a colleague, or how they react to a sudden crisis. In the weeks and months that follow the initial sessions, the leader begins to see the consequences of their new perspective. The workplace, which once felt like a source of constant tension, begins to transform into a laboratory for their new skills. They find themselves more assertive without being aggressive, more empathetic without losing their edge, and more focused on the long-term vision rather than the immediate fire that needs to be extinguished. The quiet resolution that comes from having a plan and a deeper understanding of one's own motivations brings a sense of peace that was previously missing. This period of aftermath is also characterized by a settling of emotions. The fears and anxieties that were voiced and examined in the presence of the guide no longer hold the same power. By bringing these feelings into the light, the leader has diminished their ability to control their actions. There is a sense of internal transformation, a strengthening of the core that allows the leader to face the complexities of their role with a renewed dignity. They begin to see the people they lead in a different light as well. Instead of seeing a demotivated team as a burden, they see individuals with their own stories, fears, and potentials. The lessons learned in the quiet rooms away from the office are now being applied in the heat of daily operations, leading to a more harmonious and effective environment. This is the true measure of the process's success, not just the insights gained, but the actual change in behavior and the resulting impact on the organization. As the leader continues to reflect on their journey, they realize that the process of being guided has equipped them with a new set of tools for life. They have learned the value of stepping back, of seeking a different perspective, and of the importance of confidential, deep reflection. This realization extends beyond the professional realm, touching their personal lives and their roles within their families and communities. The balance they sought is no longer a distant goal, but a daily practice. They are learning to lead themselves with the same care and intention they provide to others. The transformation is holistic, affecting every facet of their being. They are becoming the kind of leader who inspires others not through grand gestures, but through the quiet strength of their character and the clarity of their carcass. The aftermath of the climax is a period of steady growth, a time of building on the foundation that was laid during the sessions. This settling of the narrative leads toward a sense of closure and completion. The leader has navigated the most difficult part of the journey, the confrontation with their own limitations, and has emerged on the other side with a clearer vision and a more resilient mindset. The transition toward the end of this specific phase of growth is seamless, as the leader begins to look toward the future with a sense of quiet confidence. They understand that leadership is an ongoing process, a craft that must be constantly refined. The guide may have stepped back, but the lessons and the new way of being remain. The focus now is on maintaining this momentum, on continuing to utilize the tools of self-reflection and growth, and on being the exemplary leader that they once only aspired to be. The story of this transformation is a testament to the power of human connection and the profound impact of having someone to listen, to challenge, and to help one see the truth of their own potential. In the final reflection of this journey, the true essence of leadership is revealed as an ongoing quest for self-mastery and profound human connection. The experience of seeking a guide is more than just a professional strategy.
It is a commitment to the idea that one's potential is never fully reached, but always expanding. The image of the mirror that listens remains a powerful symbol of the entire process. It reminds us that growth requires the courage to look at ourselves clearly, to acknowledge our shadows as well as our strengths, and to seek the wisdom that lies within our own experiences. Leadership, ultimately, is not a destination, but a way of moving through the world, a constant preparation that turns every word and action into a building block for the future. In the American continent, in Europe, and across every corner of the globe, the need for this kind of authentic and reflective leadership has never been greater. The philosophy that emerges from this narrative is one of empowerment and responsibility. It suggests that every individual has within them an arsenal of tools and skills that, when properly understood and exercised, can transform their corner of the world. The challenges we face, whether in government, business, or the sanctuary of our own homes, are invitations to step into a higher version of ourselves. By choosing to invest in our own growth, by seeking the perspectives that challenge our biases and broaden our horizons, we create a ripple effect that touches everyone we lead. The legacy of a leader is not found in the titles they held or the wealth they accumulated, but in the growth they inspired in others and the dignity with which they navigated the trials of their time. It is a legacy of awareness, a testament to the power of a mindset that is always open to learning and always striving for excellence. As the story of this transformation concludes, it leaves behind a sense of clarity and contemplation. The journey of the leader is a reflection of the human journey itself, a struggle to find meaning, to build something of value, and to leave the world a little better than we found it. The realization that we have the power to shape our own development, to seek the guidance we need, and to turn our visions into reality is a profound source of hope. It reminds us that leadership is accessible to everyone in every walk of life. Whether we are leading a small volunteer group or a massive organization, the principles of self-reflection, empathy, and intentional action remain the same. The quiet moments of discovery, the breakthrough realizations, and the steady application of new wisdom are the heartbeat of a life lived with purpose. Ultimately, the path of the successful leader is defined by a willingness to be a lifelong student of the self and of others. It is a path that requires humility, courage, and a deep-seated belief in the potential for change. As we move forward from this narrative, we are invited to consider our own leadership journeys. We are encouraged to find our own mirrors, to ask the difficult questions, and to embrace the transformative power of being heard. The world is waiting for leaders who are willing to do the work, who are ready to utilize every tool in their arsenal, and who understand that their greatest contribution is not what they do, but who they become. In this understanding, we find the fulfillment of the leadership promise, a journey that began long ago, with every thought and action, and continues today with every choice we make to grow, to lead, and to inspire.